15 signs he wants a relationship but is scared. Have you ever met someone who seems like they're on the edge of confessing their feelings, but just can't bring themselves to do it? One day, he's completely engaged, remembering every little detail about you, and the next, he's distant, leaving you wondering what's really going on. It's like he wants to say something, but something holds him back. Could it be fear of rejection, past heartbreak, or is he simply unsure of how you feel? These mixed signals can be frustrating, especially when you sense there's a real connection. But how can you tell if he genuinely wants a relationship but is too scared to take the next step? Maybe he's avoiding the topic of relationships altogether, or perhaps he's overly cautious when you're together. What if he's waiting for the right moment, or maybe for you to make the first move? In this video, we'll dive into the subtle, yet powerful, signs that reveal if he wants more than just friendship but is too scared to show it. Get ready to decode his behavior and understand what he's really thinking. In this video, we're diving deep into 15 subtle signs that a guy really wants to be in a relationship with you but is scared to take the leap. 1. He doesn't talk about relationships. You know how it's natural to chat about relationships with friends? But if this guy avoids the topic like it's radioactive, that's a huge sign something deeper is at play. He might listen to you vent about your ex or dish out advice on your love life. But ever notice how he never opens up about his own romantic history? Why is that? It's not just that he's private, he's likely scared of exposing his real feelings, especially if they involve you. Think about it. Have you tried casually asking him about past relationships, and he either brushes it off or changes the subject? That's not a coincidence. He might be hiding his true emotions because he's afraid of getting too vulnerable. So next time you're talking and he skillfully dodges relationship talk, ask yourself, what's he really hiding? Could it be that he's more into you than he's willing to admit? 2. He puts effort into his appearance around you. Sure, everyone likes to dress up for special occasions, but have you noticed how he seems to put in that extra effort when you're around even when it's just a casual hangout? Maybe he's lounging in sweats with his friends, but when it's time to meet you, suddenly, he's looking sharp, like he's trying to impress. Why is that? It's simple, he cares about how you see him. A guy who puts extra effort into his appearance isn't just doing it for fun, he's sending a message, even if he's too shy to say it out loud. Whether it's that fresh haircut, ironed shirt, or carefully chosen cologne, it all adds up to him wanting to leave a lasting impression on you. Have you noticed these small changes in how he presents himself when you're around? It's definitely worth paying attention to. His appearance might be saying what his words won't. 3. He seeks your counsel. When a guy starts asking for your opinion on important decisions, especially personal ones, that's a sign he values your input on a deeper level. Whether it's about his career, a big life decision, or even a personal dilemma, the fact that he turns to you means he trusts you and sees you as someone he can rely on. And trust? That's not something he would invest in lightly. Think about it. Why would he care so much about your opinion unless he sees you as more than just a friend? This level of trust in seeking your advice shows he respects your thoughts, but it could also hint that he's emotionally invested. Have you ever noticed how he asks for your input on things he could easily figure out on his own? This is a strong signal that he's falling for you but might be too afraid to show it outright. 4. His friends know a lot about you. Here's a fun question for you. Have you ever met his friends, and they seem to know more about you than you expected? Maybe they know where you work, what your favorite hobbies are, or even the last movie you mentioned liking. Trust me, guys don't just spill the beans about someone they're casually interested in. If his friends are well informed about your life, it's a strong indicator that he's been talking about you often. It's like you're on his mind even when you're not around. This could mean he's emotionally invested but is just playing it cool. And who knows, his friends might even be giving him subtle nudges to make a move. So next time you hang out with him and his friends seem particularly knowledgeable, take note, you might be more than just a passing thought in his life. What if they're secretly rooting for him to take that leap with you? If his friends are in the loop, it might be time for you to take a closer look at what's really going on behind the scenes. 5. Your advice matters more than his other friends. Let's dive into an interesting point. Have you noticed how he seems to lean on you for advice more than anyone else? You could be in a group full of friends, but when it comes to making crucial life decisions, he turns to you. That's not just a coincidence, it's a sign that he respects you, trusts you, and really values your opinion. Does he seek your counsel on matters that really matter to him? If so, you're clearly not just a friend to him, you're someone he holds in high regard. So, does he ask others for advice too? Or is it just you? If you're his go-to person, that's a big indicator that he sees you as something more. This could suggest that he has feelings for you but is maybe just too afraid to admit it. Imagine the trust he places in your judgment. Have you considered what that means for your relationship? Your insights could very well be steering him in a direction he's hesitant to explore, making it all the more intriguing. 6. His mood swings around you. Now, let's talk about something we've all experienced: mood swings. Have you noticed that his mood shifts dramatically when you're around? 1 minute, he's laughing and cracking jokes, and the next, he goes quiet, almost distant. These ups and downs can be perplexing, right? But what if it's not just random behavior? This roller coaster of emotions might stem from his inner conflict. He could genuinely want to be closer to you but feels paralyzed by fear. Sometimes, his feelings might overwhelm him, creating those emotional highs and lows you're witnessing. Have you ever found yourself confused by this hot and cold behavior? It could be that he's wrestling with his emotions, trying to figure out the best way to approach you without risking rejection. The struggle is real. Recognizing this pattern can help you understand that behind those mood swings lies a guy who is likely battling with some serious feelings. 7. He's jealous but won't admit it. Jealousy, it's that telling emotion that can reveal just how much someone cares about you. Have you ever caught him acting a bit tense or uncomfortable when you mention other guys? That's a pretty clear sign he's feeling more than just friendship vibes. Pay close attention to his body language when you talk about your male friends or share stories about dates you've been on. Does he become quieter? Or maybe he tries to steer the conversation in a different direction? Jealousy has a way of seeping through even the toughest facades. It's one of those feelings that's tough to hide. If he's acting nonchalant but you can sense a change in the air, it's worth pondering: could he be hiding deeper feelings for you? The subtle shifts in his demeanor may speak volumes about his emotional investment. So, next time you find yourself discussing other guys, take a mental note. Is he acting a little too interested in your reaction? 8. He remembers the little things. Let me ask you something. Does he surprise you by remembering the little things you mentioned offhand weeks ago? Like the name of your favorite coffee shop or that song you couldn't stop playing last month? If he can recall those tiny, seemingly insignificant details, it's not just a fluke. Guys typically don't retain this kind of information unless they're genuinely paying attention to you. This is a significant indicator that he cares about you more than you might realize. You're not just another face in the crowd. You've captured his interest in a way that makes him want to remember these nuances. So, the next time he brings up something you thought he'd forgotten, consider this: could it be that he's more invested than he's letting on? What if these small gestures of remembrance are his way of showing affection? When someone cares enough to hold on to these details, it speaks volumes about how special you are to them. So, are you paying attention to how he expresses his feelings through the little things he remembers? 9. He gets nervous around you. Here's a thought: even if you've known each other for a while, does he still seem a bit on edge when you're around? Maybe he fidgets with his hands, stumbles over his words, or even avoids eye contact. These are classic signs of someone who harbors deeper feelings but struggles to express them. Have you noticed that nervous energy bubbling up when you enter the room? It could be a strong indicator that he's wrestling with his emotions, caught between wanting to get closer and fearing vulnerability. This isn't just shyness. It's the manifestation of someone who cares deeply but is unsure how to take that leap. The question is, what do you think? Is he simply shy? Or is he grappling with something much more significant? When someone feels an emotional connection, it's natural for nerves to kick in. If he's acting a little strange around you, could it be because he sees you as someone special? Dive into this dynamic. What do those nerves really mean? 10. He jokes about dating you. Let's talk about a fun topic: jokes. Have you ever noticed him joking about the two of you dating? Maybe he casually throws out a comment like, "Imagine if we were together," followed by laughter. It might seem like just harmless fun, but these jokes often serve as a clever way to test the waters. He's likely trying to gauge your reaction and see if you'd be open to something more serious. If he brings it up frequently, it's a clear indicator that he's contemplating the idea, yet is too apprehensive to say it outright. So, the next time he tosses out a what-if comment, ask yourself, is he simply joking? Or is he testing the waters for a potential future with you? It's fascinating how humor can be a doorway to deeper feelings. Consider how you respond to his playful comments. Does it spark a connection or reveal a deeper level of interest? In the realm of relationships, what seems like a joke could be the first step towards something more meaningful. 11. He wants to be your hero. Have you noticed a pattern? He always seems to swoop in to help you whenever you need it, whether it's carrying your heavy bags, offering to drive you home, or just making sure you're safe. These gestures are more than just kindness. They point to what psychologists call the hero instinct. This instinct runs deep in many men, driving them to feel protective and nurturing towards someone they care about, even if he's not openly flirting. His actions speak volumes about his affection for you. So, do you think he's just being nice? Or is there something deeper at play? When he goes out of his way to support you, it's a sign he wants to be more than just a friend. He's trying to establish a connection that showcases his desire to be your protector. What if these acts of service are his way of expressing feelings that he's not yet ready to voice? The next time he comes to your rescue, think about what that could mean for your relationship. 12. He acts differently around you. Let's take a moment to observe behavior. Have you ever been with him and noticed how he seems to act differently when you're around? Maybe he's more reserved, thoughtful, or even a little quieter than usual. This shift in behavior is often a big clue that he's conscious of how he comes across to you. It indicates that he's putting effort into impressing you, even if he's unsure of how to do it. These subtle changes can reveal a lot about what he's feeling inside. Have you caught these moments? This could be a significant sign that he's trying to hide his true feelings, grappling with the fear of how to express them. So, next time you're hanging out together, pay attention to those little shifts in his demeanor. Are they hints of deeper feelings he's struggling to convey? What does it say about the connection you both share? Understanding these nuances can lead to a more profound understanding of where your relationship might be heading. 13. You keep bumping into each other. Here's a thought that might resonate. Is it just me, or do you keep running into him by accident? Whether it's at the grocery store, the gym, or even during your usual walks, these encounters might not be as random as they seem. Could it be that he's intentionally finding ways to spend more time with you? If you notice this pattern, it might be a sign that he's orchestrating these moments to draw closer to you, even if he's not verbally expressing it. Have you considered how often these coincidences occur? What if he's purposely aligning his schedule to increase your chances of running into each other? This could point to a level of interest that he might be too shy to outright admit. So, the next time you accidentally bump into him, ask yourself, are these moments truly coincidental? Or is he crafting opportunities for connection? The universe might just be giving you both a nudge in the right direction. 14. You catch him staring at you. Let's get real for a moment. Have you ever caught him staring at you when he thinks you're not looking? If he's doing this, it's likely that he's thinking about you in a way that goes far beyond mere friendship. Those lingering glances often reveal a world of feelings he might be too nervous to articulate. When you catch his eye, does he quickly look away, as if he's trying to hide how interested he truly is? If so, this is a strong sign that he has a crush on you but is wrestling with his feelings. His eyes might be betraying him, revealing emotions he hasn't yet found the courage to express. The next time you notice him stealing glances your way, take note. Is it just a quick look, or is there something deeper behind that gaze? What if those stares are his way of communicating without words? This could be a fascinating opportunity to explore the chemistry between you two. So don't overlook the significance of those fleeting moments. 15. His behavior changes for no apparent reason. And finally, let's address something intriguing. Have you noticed a sudden change in his behavior? Maybe he used to be super laid back, but now he's acting more serious or distant. If there's no clear reason for this shift, it might be because his feelings for you have deepened, and he's struggling to process those emotions. This kind of emotional shift can be a huge sign that he's beginning to see you in a new light but is scared to let it show. So, have you picked up on this change recently? If he seems different but you can't pinpoint why, it could indicate that he's wrestling with feelings he's not ready to confront. The emotional roller coaster he's on could lead to some serious introspection. Now's the time to consider whether it might be worth having an honest conversation about what's going on beneath the surface. This could be a pivotal moment in your relationship, one that either brings you closer together or helps clarify where you both stand.